strategy battle gamers, and welcome to another Hobbit unboxing video with James and
Jamie. And today we're going to be looking at Young Balin. The unboxing of Young Balin, but we're not unboxing them like the other models.
Yeah, we're not going to unbox them. But we are going to discuss. We're not just going to discuss the model itself and how it looks in Finecast. We're also going to discuss about the new profile of Balin. And also the old profile as well, because a lot of you would have seen Balin, son of
Fundin.
Son of Fundin in the original Lord of the Rings strategy battle game releases. Okay, so we're going to start off with Balin and we'll have a little look at the model. And again, you'll be getting bored of us saying this, but
Finecast is beautiful.
the Finecast is gorgeous. The detail on these models, especially because the dwarves are such small models.
You can't really see him. He's tucked away too much.
Focus. We got him.
There we go. We got him.
We've got him. Okay, so he's there. He's got his kind of dwarf-style sword, which is the sword that's got like a little diamond thing on the end. I'm actually thinking of getting some of these sort of done for my Warriors of Erebor.
Yes. Yeah.
So I've got a fainting front rank because I do actually kind of like that idea. So here's a gorgeous-looking model. We'll start talking about the profile, the new profile. Now, the new profile is nothing like the old profile.
No, a complete change of direction for Balin from the old to the new. The new one, well, his sword mace that you were mentioning with the diamondy thing on the end actually has a special rule. It can be used as both a sword and as a mace. So with the mace, he can actually knock people over. I think it is with that one.
Really?
Well, it's either that one or it makes them fight value 1 and attack 1 for the next turn.
That sounds like quite a good handy little thing.
Yeah, especially considering he's quite a low points hero, isn't he?
Just out of interest, if I was putting this kind of style of sword,
I think again this has been in the errata in the FAQ on the actual Games Workshop website that you start at the start of the game. If you've got 2 hand weapons on your model, you have to pick one, and that's the one you can use for special strikes. That's a special rule for Balin.
That's a special rule for Balin. Okay, so that's clear. Okay, so it is a change of direction. He's gone from being sort of a combat tank, really, in Lord of the Rings strategy battle game, to being a little bit more of a support hero. Now, he's reasonably cheap. He's only 45 points. Okay, which is quite cheap. I think one of the benefits of that, even with his stats being so much different to old Balin, is that it's going to help you get that sort of third warband in at sort of reasonably lower points costs.
Yes.
So I'm guessing most of the army of Thror that you're going to see Thorin, you're going to be seeing Dwalin, and then you'll probably see Balin supporting and taking a warband of his own.
Yeah.
He's got some interesting special rules, if you want to talk about that.
He's got one special rule, it's called Longbeard. Now, for every point of will that he expends during the game, he can allow your side to re-roll the d6 for priority. So if you don't want to win it for whatever reason, or you want to win it desperately, you can always spend a point of will and try and
it's great for my Rohan.
Yeah. Actually, again, the guy who I was speaking about in a different video, Jay, has taken him with Radagast on Slay and a bunch of eagles, and he had him. He was short on Mighty, he had 3 from Radagast, 1 from Gwahir, 1 from him, and he was using this as sort of like a might point to try and win priority when he needed it, or lose priority when he wants to charge.
Yeah. That seems like obviously the best way of using him.
Yeah.
Definitely the best way of using him. Try and keep him out of the way.
Yeah.
Not really get him into combat. Maybe use Dwalin and Thorin to go and do that, because they're the ones who should be smashing things up.
So should we discuss his profile in the new Dwalin, the Dwalin the Dwarf?
Yeah.
Balin,
so he's fight 4, which for a hero, a good hero,
pretty low. You expect that from sort of Captain of Gondor, Captain of Rohan, not a dwarf who's fought in the Battle of Eastgate and things.
Yeah. So he's a low fight value. So he's obviously not designed to be a combat hero in his new profiles, and he's strength 3. So again,
he's not for combat.
He's not for combat. Defense 5.
Which is, again, very low for a dwarf.
For a dwarf, yeah, these guys are usually tanks, that's what they're known for, isn't it?
It's just absorbing everything. But, average guy's going to win him on a 5, so you really don't want to put him in combat, is what we're hinting at here.
Yeah, 1 attack. You don't want to put him in combat. I don't know if you're getting the message, but he's only got 2 wounds. Which, again, you don't really want to get him in. But the key thing is that he does have 3 will, and it's the will that you use to get the priority, isn't it? To re-roll the priority. So that's his main kind of purpose, really. I think he's
there to get you that extra warband and to win or lose your priority as you want it.
Yeah. And if we compare that to the old Balin,
yeah, Balin son of Fundin, he's a complete different character. You know, you could give them different names and they could easily stand apart. So Balin son of Fundin's fight 6, so suddenly he's actually looking much better for combats. Strength 4, so he's obviously been going to your biotic fit.
Damn right he has. Damn right he's been getting ripped with me.
His defense 8, so massively better just to throw in. You can just take the hits off people because they're going to need 6s or 6x4s or 6x5s for bows.
Yeah.
He's still got 2 attacks. Well, he's gained an attack. He's got a bit better. He's still got 2 wounds and courage 6, but he now has 3 might, 3 will points, but loses a fate point because unfortunately he does die when taking.
Whoa! Spoilers alert!
When trying to take back Moria, there's nothing. He doesn't die in the Hobbit.
That would be pretty cool if they did like a sort of almost like a flash forward.
To him
be cool?
retaking Moria, because I think Feely
if you'd like a flash forward, you know, in the movies.
Well, it's a bit too late now, isn't it? They've all
comment below. We'll see what we can do.
I don't know. But his war gear, he's got throwing axes, so that's nice. He's got a 2-handed axe, but he can take Durin's axe. Now this is a thought for after he's retaken Moria and found Durin's axe. And what Durin's axe allows him to do is re-roll 1 dice as if he's in range of a banner. So he essentially has 3 attacks to win the fight. When he wins, he gains +1 to wound. So, like his older brother Dwalin, he is going to be hitting quite hard with his old profile.
Now, a key thing to notice from this unboxing video is although we're unboxing a new Balin, we're actually talking a lot about the old profile. I think this is because what you are going to likely see, especially while there aren't a huge number of new Hobbit range models, especially with the dwarves. You know, you've only got Grimhammers and the Warriors of Erebor really, and the heroes. Is that we're probably going to see more of the old Balin profile. It'd be interesting to see if anybody tries to use the new model with the old profile.
Yeah.
I don't see why people wouldn't be able to do that.
Hopefully,
would you have a problem with that as a tournament gamer?
I actually think.
Are you a tournament gamer anymore, Jamie?
I actually think I would. I think the new Balin is so under-armoured that you can't justify having him being defense 8. You know, he's just wearing a cloth T-shirt. He's not going to be able to, fend off millions of attacks through a cloth shirt.
Mind you, in the young Balin,
he's got a bit of leather on him.
Yeah, he's got some chainmail underneath. Could say it's mithril. You know, mithril doesn't have to look loads, as you know.
I suppose young Balin I wouldn't have such an issue with. This Balin in the book, the one you get in Escape from Goblin Town, probably because of the armour issue.
I think what we're going to say, same with the Warriors of Erebor, is that you're going to probably see sort of Khazad Guard coming in with Balin. Maybe even you might see Dane. I don't know.
Well, I've actually taken old Balin and Dwalin because they work really nicely. They both have a very similar set of rules. So
yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot more of that. And you've got the Khazad Guard, and you're backing them up with dwarves with spears. So we've talked about that before. So this has been another unboxing video from Jamie and James from the Great British Hobbit League. As always, happy strategy battle gaming.